Hello and welcome to November 2024 Wrap-Up. I'm Peter Schneider. I'm here with Nick Huston.
Howdy.
Hi, Nick. I'm here with TK Edmondson virtually. Hi, TK.
I'm TK. Howdy.
If you are American celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you're all recovered from your tryptophan. But welcome to the Wrap-Up.
Thank you. Yeah, so this is being released Friday, November 29th, aka Black Friday. And today, the New York office will be open for your sales and rental needs from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So if you need anything, hit us up.
Give us a call. Come by. Say hi.
Mm-hmm. All right, so coming soon to a Gotham near you, both in New York City and Atlanta, on Saturday, December 7th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We will be having the Gotham Sound Holiday Flea Market. If you have not attended or been a part of the Holiday Flea Market, it's a great time to get together as mixers, but also if you have some older gear that you're looking to pass along to somebody else that can use it, it's a good chance to connect with other people who are potentially looking for that gear. We don't charge a fee. We don't charge any commissions unless we actually broker the sale. But if you want a Venmo, if you want a Zelle, if you want a Cash App, if you want to pay cash.
Transactions amongst yourselves are
exactly
free from Gotham's.
Free from, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
We're literally just hosting. So if you're interested in selling things, please pre-register for a table. You can visit our website or email us at info@gothamsound.com. At the New York City shop, we will provide cookies and cocoa. And we will also be having a food drive for non-perishable items in partnership with the Astoria Food Pantry, a place that we're very excited to work from. And TK, tell us about the Atlanta version.
Yes, so come join our people gathering event for the Holiday Flea in Atlanta. We will also be doing the chocolate and cookies, but we will also have hot dogs and fixings. This is going to be sponsored by the Atlanta Mixer Board. So come enjoy our Limp Bizkit themed event, and we look forward to seeing you. Do make sure you are registered for a table if you intend to sell any gear. And yeah, we can't wait to see you.
That sounds great. Speaking of water, hot dog water.
Gross. Okay.
The Electro DSSM is now available for pre-order. Certification is imminent. Shipping expected to start in late January of next year. The supply initially will be limited. This is the waterproof version of their digital transmitter. It's really very, very small and very, very waterproof. Selectable output power 50, 25, and 10 milliwatts in D2 mode and 4 milliwatts in high density mode. We've done several videos about this that you should check out. And Nick, I know you've done extensive testing on your own.
Yeah, mostly involved with putting things in the sink. We did a fun little video, referencing the Housewives, which I work on. But also we've done a couple other videos that'll be on social media where it's like, here's how it works with running water. Mm-hmm. Here's how it works in a vase. One of the big appeals for me on this, not only the size, it's a little bit smaller than the DSM, the single battery, very rounded, but the waterproofiness from a production standpoint, you put your producer hat on, the idea that talent would have a very hard time breaking this, even if they jump in a pool, is really good. And so we have been working with Scott from Reading and Voice Technologies to work on waterproof 3-pin LEMOs to make the connector end waterproof, so that
because the connector on the transmitter is waterproof, but not all lav connector LEMOs.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Waterproof. So we've been working on that. I know that water is supposed to really limit the range, and I'm sure that if it was a large body of water, it was. But I was surprised that I was able to get reception all the way from the kitchen in the office to the back corner where we are now with the transmitter submerged.
In fresh water.
In fresh water, correct. Okay. Yeah.
Salt water makes a difference, as we know by putting transmitters on bodies.
Yes. Yep.
But yeah, no, that is cool. And I think also it doesn't have to be what we think of as water, like somebody falling into a pool or something. Sweat. I mean, it's sweat-proof.
Yeah. How many people have had a transmitter die because it got sweated out through a connector? Yeah. And that can happen with any transmitter. if it's not fully waterproofed. It can just get in through the mic port and, for shows where you're outside, where it's hot and sweaty, there's dancing, however, this is, it's pretty cool. And we have one for demo. So if you're interested, give us a ring.
Nice.
And I mean a ring. I'm waiting.
Speaking of putting a ring on it, for those who have pre-ordered the new Sound Devices 820 handheld, those will be expected to arrive very soon. If you like to place an order now, that will be expected to ship early next year. And this is a modular handheld transmitter body with the e-ink display, and it's got a dynamic cardioid capsule, Shure and Sennheiser compatible threads. You get a 10-hour runtime on, I think it's 10 milliwatts, internal recording, up to 64 gigabytes or more. It's got what they have, they're calling interchangeable control rings. They have, I think, 3 to 4 options with this. You get a single button, 3 buttons, a slider button, or no buttons. So choose the one of your flavor. And there's also something really cool, I thought. You can jam this for timecode via USB-C. There's also Nextlink built into this, so you can control remote control over an app via iOS, anything you want, essentially. And they have accurate time code keeping if you have batteries in it once you power this off for up to 4 hours. And if you want to pull the batteries out, it'll still keep time code for up to 1 hour. So super excited about this. And I really love the orange capsule on this guy. So I can't wait to get one down here in Atlanta.
Yeah, there's certainly been quite an amount of anticipation for people that are on the Nexus platform where they're just like, can I have it now? Can I have it now? What about now? So this will really fill a spot in their transmitter lineup. So this next one is an interesting problem solver for certain people. If you are somebody that works out of a Pelican case, specifically a Pelican Air case with wheels, Jack Wang Designs, Jack Wang, who is a Gotham Sound New York customer, has designed a mounting kit to be able to hold a boom pole or even a boom pole case on the side of a Pelican Air for easier transportation or to rest your boom pole. So those are available now, actually in stock. They're pretty cool. We have some pictures of it online and how it works. And if you are one of those people on the Pelican Air, check it out. Let us know what you think.
I could tell it's going to be a popular product because everybody that walked into the store and saw it just while you were testing it out said, yeah, put me down for one as soon as it's available. So Sennheiser HD26s have an update that's available now. Same great quality as the HMD26, but it's an active noise reduction with Active Guard. So you can defeat it, or you can have it at 110 dB or 95 dB noise reduction. So very cool.
And this is so you basically just don't blow out your ears.
And don't get distracted by ambient noise around.
I see.
Also from Sennheiser is their new profile wireless system. This will be available in early December. This is going to be a 2-channel, 2.4 gigahertz receiver. It comes with 2 clip-on microphone transmitters and a charging bar. The charging bar also can double as a handheld mic. If you're not going to use the receiver, just slot that thing right in. You get 2 3.5 millimeter inputs on the transmitter sides. There is no app required for functionality on this. Includes 7+ hours of runtime. That'll also allow you to have simultaneous recording from the 2 sources. And the pricing is going to be $299, and I'm just really excited about this. I'd like to plan to order one of these for a street kit for myself. And just looking forward to this. Put your orders in if you're interested as well.
All right, so update from VDB on the finger control surfaces for the Sound Devices 8 series. Availability, which was supposed to be this month, is still TBA. They're waiting on their import license, literally waiting for a stamp for that to happen. So hopefully that's imminent. It was supposed to happen about 3 weeks ago at time of filming and should be happening anytime. As soon as they have that stamp, the shipping shall commence. So if you have an order in for the finger control, we'll keep you posted. And if you are, looking to get a finger control, please check in with us for availability and lead time.
Speaking of products being imported, Wisycom MRK16 SCA is now shipping from Italy.
Ah, che bella.
Yes. It's a MRK16 RF distro rack with a built-in spectrum analyzer card that works with Wisycom Manager. So it's a very cool thing to be able to scan while also receiving all 16 channels. So normally you'd have to turn one of your receivers into a scanner. It's important to note that this is not retrofittable into older MRK16s. And it's available in a base model with just a scanner and PoE, or a version with all the optional ports, which include RF over fiber, etc.
Does that mean it can be powered by PoE?
It'll be powered by PoE++, aka PoE Ultra, which not all switches can do, but if you have a new switch that can do it, it's great. Just one Ethernet cable for power, data, and all the rest.
So the amazing thing is then, like with this scanner and Wisycom Manager, theoretically you can just put the rack wherever you want.
Yep.
Have short antenna runs, just have it on set, be powering it from your cart and controlling it from Wisycom Manager.
Correct. Yeah.
Neato.
Okay, new from Fujifilm. It's the X series and GFX camera is now accepting timecode via their USB-C port, and this is going to be compatible with the ambient locket and nano lockets. So yeah, you'll just need a very basic USB-C to either micro USB or USB-C to USB-C to just jam these cameras. So if the DP forgets to get that cable in the package, you're covered. Just pull that USB-C out of your kit and on you go.
That's cool. It is not the first camera to accept timecode via USB-C, but I love the idea that these consumer and prosumer cameras are accepting timecode.
Mm-hmm.
With Simply. I'm thinking of
Simpty.
Simply.
Mm-hmm.
I am thinking of the DJI Action 3, I think, that takes timecode.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
We have a video about that.
Timecode over USB-C. It's how the future should look, in my opinion.
Oh, man, I don't even know what the future is going to look like. Just a weird aside, but you remember when nonlinear recorders were first coming out, and it was like the PD6 with the top-loading DVD RAM?
I remember well.
My ideal recorder back in the day would have been a 4-channel mixer with a full-size DVD RAM that would slide out and then slide back, and then slide back in and just record everything directly. And then, people went CF cards, and I was like, no, CF cards are too expensive. It's great. And now, now we're all on CF cards and SD cards, and I was totally wrong.
Ultra 2 SD cards, sir.
Ooh, Ultra 2.
It's a good thing I've never been wrong.
Yeah. All right. So Audio Wireless is refreshing their antenna distribution. The DADMs have been replaced by the AD224, AD224P, and AD226MB. So the 224 is a very simple 2x4 antenna distro. The 224P is the same, but has power distribution, much like many of their other previous units with Hirose outputs. And then the AD226MB, this has both the antenna distribution and power outputs, and it's got 6 sets of outputs and can be digitally tuned. So there's also a screen on those, so that looks very cool, suitable for sound bags, nice and small. The Audio Wireless stuff is definitely one of the best options out there, has been in terms of their amplifiers for a long time. Everything's so good these days, it's all about the form factor and the features. So if you're looking for bag distribution or even a small cart, this could be right for you. Check it out on our website for more information.
Yeah, the specs look great on this. And that MB model, there's 20 selectable filters.
Yeah.
And so, I'm a big fan, at least in New York, of avoiding 470 to 488. And there's a filter for me.
Yep.
That will start at around 500, go up to 608, I think, something like that. But it's perfect.
Yeah. Yep.
Zoom announced their H2 Essential recorder, and it is now available. It's the H2 Essential Handy recorder. 3 mics for selectable pickup patterns, 90, 120 degrees, or hyper directional mono, 32-bit floats, and there's also an accessory pack available. It's super cute.
Also falling into the super cute category is the Tascam DR40X, and it's cute because the price has dropped. So who doesn't like things getting cheaper? This is a handy recorder with built-in stereo mics, got XLR and TRS inputs from $199 to $179. Get your orders in now.
Tentacle Sync has announced a new accessory for their Timebar Slate. It is a handle It obviously is a beautiful orange. It attaches easily to the Timebar Slate for easier handling. There's multiple thread mount options, and it will be available this coming month. So check it out on our website.
Also worthy of checking out, Glensound Vittoria 64, which is a network bridge. Can do Dante to Dante, Dante to Ravenna, Ravenna to Ravenna. I am particularly excited about the Dante to Dante because that's sort of our world.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you want something that connects one Dante network to another Dante network? Let's say you roll into a venue and they don't want you to be a part of their Dante network. They don't want to give you any kind of permission or anything, or you don't want to be a part of their clock.
Mm-hmm.
You want to run on an independent clock for whatever reason. This lets you bridge the two networks. So they can do one-to-one to your side, and then you take over from there with a sample rate conversion, and your own independent routing.
The Invisity from Phonak is at an end of life. So if you are using these for your IFB setup to send out to talent, you would need to get an order in really, really soon, because this is the real shebang. They are really gone. Nothing's going to fall from the rafters, and there are only a handful of those earpieces left.
And to be very, very clear, I know we're going to get 40 calls about 216 band. Those are long gone. Right. These are the ones that are available now are very odd frequencies. They're down in like the 170s. Mm-hmm. You would need a different transmitter other than the Comtech you're used to.
I will say you could get away with using a VHF Electro IFB.
True. Yep.
For the oddball ones, but yeah.
To me, the big news is the speaker replacements, because if you run out of speaker replacements, that treasured 216 receiver that you have is going to be useless.
Yeah,
they're going to be gone mid-December. So I'm really urging you, if this is in your toolkit, contact us as soon as possible if you would like some of these. Otherwise, it's going on the shelf behind you.
That's right. All right, so this is new and fun. Coming soon to the internet, the Gotham Sound Customer Choice Awards. So this is for production audio products released or announced in 2024. Basically, we're taking open submissions on our website or social media. If you want to nominate something, like if you really love, I don't know, this Womp House shirt, and you think this is the best thing you've seen in audio this year, you can nominate it. But really, any product that you've seen that you're just like, this is the greatest thing I've seen this year, nominate on our website. We will be accepting nominations through Sunday, December 15th, after which we'll open up public voting on those products nominated. And then we will have a red carpet, black tie extravaganza to announce the winners at our Customer Choice Awards coming in January of 2025. I'm excited. It is definitely online social media bait, and it seems very silly, but also really fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bait-like, but I also think it's pretty cool. It lets us all really share in what excited us about the equipment coming out in the previous year.
Right. Yeah, and not just us. Peter, TK, and I do get out into the field every so often, but we're not everybody.
Yeah, that's true. And everyone has their, specific taste. So someone might submit a product that somebody totally forgot about, and then that could be the winner. It could be a close race.
That's right.
Yeah, I hope people remember the doodads. For me, I get excited about the doodads.
Doodads are do good. Yeah, for sure.
So we've reached the segment for monthly tips, and Nick is going to get us started. Go ahead, Nick. What do you have?
This one comes from one of our good friends in Europe, Balthazar, and he recommended trying out TX Advance. For those of you who don't know, TX Advance is an app-based for your phone that uses a small dongle and basically turns your phone into a spectrum analyzer. I've not tried this personally, but if Balthazar likes it, I can say that most people will probably like it. And for the hardware is inexpensive. So for, rather than doing a location scout, used to be you'd have to bring around either like a $10,000 scanner, now like a $1,000 scanner, or bring around your bag for location scouts. But now really, like, if you can do scans on your pocket and see potential RF problems while on a scout, it's pretty great.
Yeah, those RF coordination cop gigs that I did over the summer, The very, very experienced RF coordinators had their $10,000 scanner and their TX Advance. It's it definitely has a place in everybody's toolkit, especially for the price.
Yeah. And Balthazar, thank you for sharing.
Recently, this month, I did RF coordination and some system engineering on a commercial that had over 40 wireless mics and almost as many earwigs. And I brought a spectrum analyzer on the Scout. I brought the $1,000 variety. It's just what I'm used to, which is the RF Explorer Pro, portable and easy to use. And I scanned from 216 megahertz to 217 megahertz, knowing that I had to make 216 megahertz earwigs work. And I saw something that really surprised me. Usually I see nothing. And I really almost wasn't going to scan, but I was like, well, I'm here. I should just scan that. And I saw regular interference, like every few hundred kilohertz. It looked to me like there was an LED wall, on like an old LED wall that used to kind of cause that kind of interference. But there wasn't. This was a restaurant. So I walked around, and as I got closer to these sort of long sconces on the wall, the interference went up. And so I turned off those sconces, and the interference went away. And what I was able to do was show the producer. The producer knew that this would be a challenge to get all these earwigs to work. And so I showed the producer, I said, look, here's what it looks like with the lights on. Let's step just outside the restaurant. And we saw the interference drop. And I showed him where the interference came from. And I said, we have to add money to the budget to get the electric department to replace those sconces with proper lights, which they did.
So the sconce?
I think it was the restaurant's cheap dimmer was sending RF out of the light elements.
Wild.
Yeah, just like the old LED walls. And it was funny because during the load-in, we started testing the earwigs before the electrics had replaced those lights. And Will Colding, our A2 on the job, one of our A2s on the job.
And new audio rental.
New audio rental co-manager, yes. He was like, oh, this interference is terrible. I was like, oh, wait. And I ran over to where all the cheap dimmers were in the restaurant. I killed the sconces, and Will said, oh, it's much better now. And then the electrics replaced them with proper lights, and everybody's happy. So the moral of the story, the tip of the month is always insist on going on a Scout and scan for everything. Don't assume that just because for the 100 previous times you scanned a certain band and it was clear, it's going to be clear again.
And, you never know when you might get a signal from space.
From space. No, and I guess furthering the moral, I was able to think of a solution that the producer could then sort of take to his people and the crew.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, that opened up a dialogue opportunity.
Yeah, and the spectrum analyzer allows you to see the unseeable. Even a non-technical person could see the interference it was causing.
All right, and my monthly tip is something near and dear to my heart, and it's saving money. So I am very much a frugal person, and as we know, it is holiday season, and it's a great time to catch a sale. So we have bunch of Black Friday options. We also be open on Black Friday, but in addition to that, there's financing available, including Synchrony. They have no interest if paid in full within 18 months of the order place, and that's going to be, I think, going through Tuesday, the 3rd of December. They have business purchases made before the end of the year are tax deductible in the United States. So even if your payments are made the following year, as long as the purchase is done before the end of this year, you will allow yourself to qualify for that tax deduction. So yeah, just a great time to catch all those sales.
I agree with everything. I would just say we are not tax advisors, and we cannot offer you tax advice.
Right. We know just enough about our own personal taxes
to be very wanted by the IRS.
Drawing a huge asterisk in here, please.
Exactly. No, always, when making a decision on equipment. We're happy to provide technical advice and anecdotal advice, but if you need financial advice, that should be left to a financial planner. And we've done many videos on that, including some at the Lone Star Mixer from a couple of years ago, and other things previous. But it's for audio professionals. It's hard to keep up to date with tax codes. So please, if you have somebody you know and trust, use them. And to plug Synchrony, I mean, you've used them, I've used them.
I've also used them.
And TK's used them, so they're a good company.
Yeah, they're okay.
They're okay. I mean, anything that's going to be interest free, like you just make your payments.
Just make your payments.
Exactly.
That's it. Just make your payments.
Their whole business model is hoping you don't make a payment,
right,
and then they get to charge the whole interest. So
exactly.
That's my tip to you.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of deals and saving money, if you're watching this when the video is released, it is Black Friday. So all these deals are live. And, until they're not live anymore, here's what's available. Deity Theos wireless system, time code, and power solutions. Hollyland wireless intercom headsets and wireless systems. Audio Root smart batteries, Zoom recorders, consoles, and interfaces. Easy Rig, Boom Rig, and Cinema Devices Exo Boom. Metric Halo audio interfaces, Sennheiser handheld vocal mics, and XSW wireless. Lots of mics, wireless, and earphones from Shure. Orca, Remote Audio, Naga, Magewell, Mojave, Audio-Technica, and more. Check out all the links in the description or on gothamsound.com for details. And this list may be being updated even further, so please see what's available online.
Well done.
That was intense.
Yeah. I loved it. A lot of times when I'm getting ready to do these videos, I really love to be like, Billy Mays here.
Channel.
And, so if you need OxyClean, by all means, don't go to gothamsound.com, but your whites will be even whiter. I don't know. It's just fun. It's just fun times.
Channel that energy more.
Channel the energy. Can I plug one more thing while we're here?
Hell yeah.
And we talk about education and educating our customers, and I just want to plug that we also educate the children. So if you are interested in having Gotham Sound, either host an event here in New York or in Atlanta for your college or high school, that is something we do. We have recently worked with NYU. The Astoria Film and TV Crew High School. We had Brooklyn College in. I went to Vassar College, and Chris Faulkner, thank you for this Womp House T-shirt. And it's really fun to talk to people that are just getting into film, and with Vassar and with Brooklyn College and with all these places, it really is just like, we'll come in, see what we have, or we'll bring some stuff to you, and then let's talk. And the questions that people come up with are really interesting. And it's really like the opportunity to have, to interact with, for them to interact with us, like ask a professional. It's invaluable to see kind of what's outside of what's available in your school. So if that's something you're interested in, contact us.
Yeah, and we even went to Detroit one time a couple of years back.
Detroit, yeah. Well, that was the Mixer for sure.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
not directly a school, but it was more lenient, I felt, on that particular audience.
Education.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from an educational standpoint, exactly.
And we did some Zoom stuff with the University of Texas. That was great. And, it's just, there's opportunities there. So if you're interested, this is a free service that we provide. We don't charge for field trips. We don't charge for information. We only charge you for product.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, TK. And I do think on this American holiday of Thanksgiving, it is important to give thanks and truly thank all of you for supporting us and supporting this endeavor. We really, really appreciate it. And obviously, we cannot do it without you.
Mm-hmm.
Please watch more videos at gothamsound.tv if you have ideas. We do listen to them and we act on them.
Yep.
Info at gothamsound.com. And thank you.
Thank you.
everybody.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
And he's canceled. New auditions for the role of Peter Schneider.
I read something cool about it, which was that it's in future it's going to have inductive charging.
Say what?
That's what I read.
That's neat. I dig that.
I wrote it and then I read it. But
Oh, I see. Very good. Peter and his news.
All right, new from FujiFilm. Excuse me.
I am wrong literally every moment of my life.
that is a good question. I just read what I'm told. Well, you've made it this far, which can only mean that you are as lonely as we are.
Sometimes the truth hurts.
We appreciate you spending this holiday time with us. What about F Troop? Anybody get that reference?